to watch a live stream of his wife giving birth and meets his newborn daughter. The crew congratulates him and Kat gifts him a book so he can do story time through video calls. After dinner, David uses special software to check his body for any potential body problems, and Hugh checks on Calvin again. The little guy is small but has a proper body now and climbs Hugh's finger. A few weeks later, the crew is shocked to suddenly hear an alarm coming from the lab. Rory rushes inside and quickly takes care of the malfunction, but Miranda doesn't understand how it could happen. Hugh thinks he must have overseen something, so Rory and Miranda immediately scold him, reminding him to be careful because they don't know what they're dealing with. After a few more days pass, Calvin has become completely inactive, and they think it may have gone into hibernation after the change of air pressure caused by the malfunction. Miranda is relieved to see this because Calvin had been growing too fast for her liking. While Calvin is inactive, the crew uses the chance to reinforce the security in the lab, making sure it's sealed off at all times. Later, while Miranda is checking on Hugh's legs, he confesses he feels guilty over his mistake, possibly having caused this on Calvin. After they discuss some options, Hugh decides to stimulate Calvin with a very low voltage of electricity to see if he'll wake up. The first few tries don't work, but suddenly Calvin jumps awake and clings to Hugh's hand as it breaks the electric wand. Hugh tries pulling his hand out of the box, but Calvin is incredibly strong for such a tiny thing and the lower half of its body is clinging to the box for extra leverage. Offering the wand again doesn't distract it either, and at that moment Calvin starts squeezing so hard that Hugh's hand breaks into disturbing shapes. The crew wants to enter the lab to help, but Miranda refuses because it would put them in danger too. Suddenly Hugh's head hits the box and he passes out as Calvin finally lets go of him, so the crew can see how messy his hand is now. Then Calvin tests the glove and can tell it can't break it, so it grabs the electric wand and uses it to pierce the glove, allowing it to break free. It immediately goes after the lab rat and brutally attacks it, devouring it in just a few seconds. While Calvin is distracted with its meal, Rory uses the chance to enter the lab to rescue Hugh, passing his body to his crew. However, Calvin quickly jumps on Rory's leg, so the crew has to seal the lab again while leaving him inside.